Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's Friday episode, I wanted to do a favorites and fails of drugstore brands. Now, I am wearing a full face of my favorites, some of these that I'm going to mention. I tried to get something of each brand up here, but this is how the look turned out. So, we'll start off with, and these are in no particular order. These are just as they were coming along. So, for CoverGirl, some of my favorites are their True Blend Undercover Concealer, which is this, and I am wearing this today. And the Clean Fresh Milk Foundation. I do have that. I'm not wearing that today. However, I do thoroughly enjoy that. And one of the fails for that, and I touched on it in another video, I believe, because I thought I thought I had thrown it away, but I didn't. So this is what I mean when I say that it separates. I don't know how good you can see. Let me see if I can turn the brightness down a hair so it will show a little bit better. It is separated in the tube. Right, so you can, right through here. And it is, this was in the shade Light, and it's orange. Let me shake it up just to see. See, it just does not mix very well. We're gonna swatch it. It goes on pretty orange to me. Anyway, this was the biggest fail of CoverGirl I've ever seen. Do not recommend that, and this now will be going in the trash. So I had ColourPop on this list, but I decided to switch that up, and I'm not going to include them in this video. I'll try to make another video of maybe Ulta Drugstore or online affordable. What I've picked, you can pick up at pharmacies, drugstores, same thing, Target, Walmart, places like that. So now I'm going to start with Flower Beauty. The some of my favorites are their Heatwave bronzer, their hydrating setting spray. I think this was before they repackaged. It was in a white and blue, and the mister was absolutely my favorite mister of all time. However, I have finished that product, and I have saved that bottle just so I can pour some, like for instance, my Tarte I think it's called Shape Tape setting spray. The nozzle's messed up, so I'm just going to pour that in that Flower Beauty, so I get the best of both worlds on that. And their new Spotlight Liquid Highlighter. This one is in the shade Gleam, and this is supposedly a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. I enjoy it. I'm wearing it today, and I do have another powder highlight over it, but this blends very, very easy. It doesn't dry up fast. I was able to dot my cheeks, my nose, here and up here when it didn't dry out. So I enjoy Flower Beauty on that, as well as their, I think I said this, but their bronzer. And I'm wearing the bronzer today too. It's a baked formula. So, and the concealer, their concealer is one of my top 5, the Light Illusion Concealer. And fail for me was the Blush Balm Color Drops Cream Blush. I think every shade, when they first came out, I think I had every shade, and I didn't like them. I didn't get on with them very well. I felt like some were too pigmented and some weren't, so I decluttered those. But I'm willing to give it another try and see if it was user error, which, you know, let's be honest, probably was. And L'Oreal. And before I go with the favorites and fails, I mentioned these in my videos that I use a lot. I always say, I don't know the name of it, but it's a cross between a liquid lip and a lip gloss, and they are actually called the Glow Paradise Lip Balm. Now, these are some of my favorites. I have this on top of the lip shade 900 in Glossy Fawn. This is also a glossy lip balm, and it has some tint to it. And this is the second or third tube of this that I have bought. Both of my daughters love it, so that's what I'm wearing on my lips today. And for foundation, these also were in my L'Oreal. I'm in shade at right now 440, and I mixed in a little bit of the lightest shade, the 05 through 2, just a hair I mixed in with the 440. These together, absolutely stunning and beautiful. I didn't have to set my face with powder, which is always a plus when you have dry skin. Obviously, their liquid lipsticks, the shade Cowboy is my all-time favorite, and if you watched my video, you'll know why. The formulas last long. I enjoy them. I don't feel like they bleed in. The doe foot's nice and pointed, so it can give you a clean application if you're not using a lip liner. And one of the fails that I found was in the Age Perfect line. Now, I do have the Age Perfect serum as well as concealer. They are not my favorites, but I don't consider them a fail. But the fail for me was the Age Perfect Satin Blushes. They're in the white compact. I had every one of those, and I could not get any of them to work on my, skin. The first one that I tried, I had to really dig and dig and dig and go back in to get any little bit of pigmentation on my cheeks. And so I tried another one of them, and it was the same thing. So I did end up returning those back to Walmart. That was a completely fail for me. And Revlon. Some of my favorites with Revlon, and I don't have too many Revlon products, but some of my favorites are their lip products, their pressed powder, their eyeliners, which I am wearing today. I'm wearing the liquid vinyl, So Fierce lip vinyl eyeliner, and this is in the shade, let's see if I can read it, is in a Treasure Vanillique. It's a really pretty, nice brown. These are super creamy. They glide on very easy, and I enjoy these. I have these in a right many shades, and also in my waterline. Let's see, are they next Revlon? They're not, but I'm gonna go ahead and show it because I got it in my hand. The LA Girl, I don't have a lot from them, but this is definitely one of my, this ranks under the faves. This is their Shockwave Metallic Eyeliner. This is in the shade Brown Sugar. And let me swatch that beside this. These are, it's just, this is a lighter version. The deeper I put closer to the out, and this one is a little bit closer in. So, and so as far as Revlon faves, lip products, pressed powder, the eyeliners, and their Color Stay Cream eyeshadows. They're very reminiscent to me of a paint pot. You can get some neutral colors and you can get some fun pops of colors, and I do enjoy those. And some of my fails with Revlon are the Color Stay Light Coverage Liquid Foundation. Now, this came in a bottle almost like the MAC All Over Face and Body, and where you can squeeze a few drops, you can build it up. I had no luck, and I tried that product several times, and it may work for other people, but it didn't work for me. So for me, that was a fail. And another fail is, and I do have it, but I don't want to open it because it's going to go everywhere, but it's their Prismatic Shadow Palette. It's got, I think, 5 shades in it, and it's about, yeah, it's about as long as this, and probably as wide as on this end. However, they are put in the pan so lightly that the whole square pops out, so you can't depot it, you can't, or I wouldn't advise traveling with it. You know, kind of keep it in one spot if you're going to use it. You know, it had some color payoff, but I wasn't very impressed with it. But I digress. Now we'll go on to e.l.f., which I think took up the most space on my my little notes. Some of my favorite e.l.f. cosmetics are their brushes, the Wow Brow Gel, all their liquid eyeshadows, the sponge, which is what I used today. The that has just disappeared. But I used that purple sponge. No, it didn't. It's way over there. It's the purple sponge. I used that. And their putty primer, and added in that new Halo Glow. I didn't use any of the e.l.f. products today because I'd recently used their, I used their Brow Lift and their Halo Glow setting powder all the time. So I used my sponge. I used the e.l.f. sponge. Some of the fails for me in e.l.f. were their Flawless Finish Foundation. One of their original formulas. It had always looked cakey on me, and it looked cakey on me when they first came out, and I was a lot younger. I didn't like them. They did not compliment me at all. Now, one of my biggest fails with e.l.f. came with the 2-color blush and highlight palettes that they had. Haven't seen them anywhere else, but they're still on the website of Wet n Wild. I didn't see any in Ulta either, but I can't remember the shade I got, but I did put it on my Instagram story. If you're not following me, I'm Unfiltered Jenny on Instagram. It was a peachy color, and it came with the blush and a highlight. I did not get any pigment, hardly at all, on the blush side. The highlight, minimal. I ended up using that particular compact on my eyes that day, and it showed up fairly well on my eyes, but that was a complete fail. The two pan blush and highlighter palette. Now they're bite-sized eyeshadows. Love them. Now, Maybelline, my favorites, the entire Fit Me line, except the concealer. I'm not a huge fan of that, but it does get the job done. All of their mascaras, the little color tattoo, cream shadows, and I am not wearing any Maybelline today, am I? No Maybelline today, because I had just wore the Fit Me concealer, powder, and foundation in my Throwback Thursday video. So some of the fails in Maybelline have been those Cheek Heat cream blushes. I didn't get any pigment, hardly. It just kind of blended away to nothing. And the City bronzer, that was so talked about by everybody, and I just could not, for the life of me, get it built up enough to where I looked like I had anything on. And I tried the darkest shade, which I think is 300, and the fairest shade, which is 100. And it was the same thing. It was so hard to build anything up. So they're going to be in a declutter. So those were my biggest fails with Maybelline. Essence. Essence is one of my favorite brands, including high-end, luxury, and affordable. But some of my favorites are their single shadows, their highlighters, the brows, lip liners, the Brighten Up banana powder. So good. They have a lash and brow gel. It's in a blue and white clear tube. Really like that. And for someone with watery eyes, and I want my lashes to, go up, but I don't want to wear heavy mascara for fear of it running, I will sometimes pop that on. Their mascara I've used and repurchased several times over. The only fail that I'm going to mention are their brushes, and that's only because everything else is good. I'm wearing Essence on my eyes today. I am, as a topper, these they're melted chrome eyeshadows. This is in the shade 01. zinc about you. And it is, they're very putty-like, but they go on your eyes and stay like a dream. They're not heavy. That's what I have tapped here. And I'll tap a little bit more just to show you how beautiful these are. These were, I think, like $3 or $4. I have got them for $2. See how it just amps up any look. I have all the shades that I've been able to find because I enjoy these, and I do have backups, and they've not dried up. And so that's the only reason that's listed there. LA Girl. We talked about the Shockwave eyeliner, their lippy pencils, the Dream Glitter Liquid Eyeshadow, which I am wearing, a glitter topper in a little single, and they come in about that size. I didn't grab one to show because I wasn't wearing it, but I don't have any fails. Everything I've tried, which is not everything, but everything I've tried, I've enjoyed. Now, with that said, I have never tried any of their eyeshadows in their palettes, but that Dream Glitter Iridescent Liquid Eyeshadow says it's an eye topper. I have that a little bit right in here, but I have a little bit of Color Pop in my corner, and this was in the shade New Magic. It's in my favorite Color Pop drawer. But you get a lot of product, and the wand looks like that, and you can put it, there it is on my arm. You can put it on your arm, and you put it on your hand, or your finger, and you can place it where you want, or you can use the wand that it comes with. And I'll just kind of show you. It's already up there, but just how easy this is to apply. Now you can take and you can pat it out like so. And have the look you want. Let me see how this look is. Yes, I love how this blue shift complements that purple. But now, did my LA girl? Yes, did my LA girl. Try to keep up, because I get sidetracked. Imagine that. Milani. Some of my favorites are their palettes. This is the Most Loved Mattes, and I am wearing in my crease today, I am wearing this shade, and this shade. And wore that, before I put down those other products. Their cream to powder foundation it got super popular when folks were comparing it to the KVD Good Apple. You know, I tried it and I enjoy it. I really do. The only thing I do not enjoy is I'm unable to see the color that I bought. I don't know if it has rubbed off on the back, but so it's just hard to see what color I bought originally. But and when I touched on that all matte eyeshadow palette, they do have some nice shimmers, and some of my fails, and this is very unpopular, but their original foundation that they came out with, the 2-in-1 foundation, it was so, and I am warm toned, but it pulled so yellow, and I bought numerous shades to, you know, see if I could get the right fit, and I couldn't. And after about 3 tries, I said, nope, I'm gonna put this down. And another unpopular opinion is their eyeshadow primer. Emily Noel loves their Milani primer. She's not the only one that I see that really talks about it. I could not get it to work, and I've tried it numerous times. For some reason, that formula does not adhere to my lids, and so that's just in my drawer, will be decluttered too. Now, we are almost finished. Nyx, their favorites, lip liners, the Dewy Setting Spray, the Dewy, what's it called? Primer Spray, the First Aid Base, I think is what it's called. Anyway, the Banana Setting Powder, the Angel Veil Primer. I am wearing this today, and the Foiled Individual Shadows, which I do have. This is the darkest shade that I am wearing, and these are super creamy, and they have lasted. This is in the shade Smart Mouth. That is definitely me all day long, but I have this shade down, and this shade over it, and then this shade in the corner. Anyway, now some of the fails that I had with NYX, the entire Bear With Me line, the setting spray, I couldn't get on with it. The jelly primer, I didn't have any, it didn't make any difference. The lip oil, which I was super excited about, because I thought, you know, because I love lip oils. Sorry, my nose is itching. Somebody's talking about me. Who's talking about me? But yeah, the lip oil, it didn't last long at all. I mean, I would apply it, and within minutes it would be gone. So, and believe it or not, I've never tried NYX eyeshadows. I don't mean these, I mean their palettes. I haven't tried their palettes. Physicians Formula. Have not really tried a lot of Physicians Formula. I've never tried their foundations, but some of the favorites that I have tried are the Butter Bronzer, which I am wearing. They have some lip treatment products with, I don't remember what they're called, but they're actually in the same component as the Bring In Fresh. So, but I do like their lip treatment products. And the one fail that I can come up with Physicians Formula that I have tried is the Mura eyeshadow formulas. Those were not good. I had purchased a long time ago the individual, they sell them individual in an individual palette, but I'd also bought, when it went on half off sale, I bought the I think it's called the Butter Collection set. Anyway, it was a big block about that big, and it opened up to multiple, you know, accordion ways, and it had, I think it is 6 or 8 bronzers of all different tones, blushes, highlighters. They had lip balms in there that you could, you know, dip in and create your own if you wanted. It had a mirror, and it had a entire space dedicated to their eyeshadows. Beautiful when you look at them. I had a hard time getting them to perform. So I do keep that palette. I keep it in my restroom. So if I'm my restroom, I keep it in my bathroom. So if I'm gonna get ready, I'll just, you know, I'll pull that out and make a look with it. So, and the last one is Wet n Wild. My favorites, everything I've ever tried. For today, for Wet n Wild, I'm wearing the Pac-Man blush with a tad bit of Hustle and Glow cream blush, and it's kind of hard to see with that, but this blush is so pretty. To me, this one looks more like what I would consider a peachy color than the actual peach color. But anyway, I like this. And I've always liked their Mega Glow sticks. Never had a problem with them. And we cannot forget Cody Airspun as a favorite at the drugstore. I put this on, and I am a grandma, and while some folks don't like the grandma scent, every time I open this up, I get a memory of my own grandmother. So this does not bother me in the least bit, and especially now that I am a grandma. So, go Airspun. So, anyway, that is today's video on my favorites and fails. Please don't be offended if any of these, my fails, work wonders for you. That's what makeup is all about. We all are different in some way or another. None of these, I would not call any of my fails a true fail. They failed to work on me. They may be your favorites. Again, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Remember to be beautiful, act beautiful, be kind, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.